What's going on, guys? I go by the name of Nizzle the Artist, also known as Africa's Art Dealer. I'm a sneaker customizer, sneaker artist. Pretty much I paint on shoes. It ranges from different textures, from leather, suede, and so on. And this is me right here. I'm here to share the journey with you guys. Nizzle the Artist, man, my name, to be honest with you guys. How I came up with that, me and my friend back home. Most of y'all would know I'm originally from Romania, and we was trying to look out for a name, right? So my name is Nico. So he was like, no, we want to look out for something similar with the same letter that started, with your real name. So I was like, let's go for Nizzle. So I was like, all right, you sound cool. So after that, I was like, okay, let's add the artist. Just it's so like it's got so much substance to it, So since we went with that, I was like, okay, we can rock with that. And Africa's Art Dealer, since I came to South Africa, 11 years ago, a lot of people pretty much was like, yo, you're the hottest in Africa. Like, you really cold with this game. Like, you really know what you're doing. Like, so I didn't say I'm the best though. They said I was. Like, I am pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they say. So I was like, let me put Africa's Art Dealer, just make it more cold, more like suspicious, more, heartfelt. So yeah, that's what it is pretty much. So if I had to think of like what really inspired me to start in this game, is a guy by the name of Delano Brown, an American guy pretty much, who just showed me that he can achieve so many things through art, such as getting the people to actually buy his work and reach such a mass of people that, it was just a surprise to me. So I said, you know what, if he can do it, so can I. So he's one of my biggest inspirations right there, and he definitely left a mark on me. And for now, as we speak, man, it's been going on really great. As of current, my inspiration is my mother for sure. That's the one lady that keeps me going. That's my queen right there. And she's every day, I just gotta push myself to keep creating new designs every time, so that my clients can stand out, and as well as me for sure. So as of right now, I'm out here to leave a print on this world, leave a legacy of, being a great artist. So that's what it is, man. As of the challenges in this sneaker game, it is crazy, trust me. To be honest with you guys, getting yourself out there, marketing yourself is not as easy as people think, even with the social media, right? Because when you start from nothing to something, like I did myself, Nizzle the Artist, yours truly, it's been pretty much like a roller coaster. You have to get the people to buy your product. You have to make them understand that your product is trustworthy, right? So people can see that eventually, they can see it in the work ethic. If you really put in the time and the quality and you use the right products, then eventually people will trust you and they will want to buy your product. Once you do so, that's when word of mouth comes in and your social media outlets started working pretty much properly. So I myself started with my closest friends designing for them, because it was pretty much, I was new to this. I couldn't just blow up like overnight. Nothing happens overnight, guys. There's no microwave success. Just know that in whatever you do, whatever field you're in. So I designed for my friend pretty much. Then he obviously started passing on to his other friends, and it went so on, as well as with my family members. And word of mouth just started going viral pretty much. After that, pretty much, you have to load up your catalog, right? Which is your Instagram page, your Facebook, even Twitter, why not? Whatever you have available, it's very important that you use that to your advantage. So once you build up your catalog on social media as well, even a physical catalog, people get to see the different designs that you have, right? And they will be willing to, how can I say, give you a chance to pretty much try work on the shoes. And obviously, if the outcome is great, then they will trust you with even more expensive shoes than the ones that you are getting in the first place that you started off with. So as of me, I started off from shoes that are like very cheap, and I worked my way up for shoes that are like $1,500 or like 12,000 rands, anything upper than that. So it all comes out with trust, in life in general. So that's very important, guys, that if you really want to do something, make sure you do it right and use the right materials for it. As of rewards, I would definitely say good clientele, repeating clientele always comes back, you know, very happy with the products, very happy with the outcome, the way things come out. And you know, you start reaching a level where if people really believe in your vision, then obviously influential people do as well. So you get people that are designed for, like DJ Zinkler, you know, very famous female DJ in South Africa. Other artists such as Pretty Ugly are designed for, you know. So once that happens, then you get in touch with yourself and you're like, okay, this really works out. Like, I can really do this. I believe in myself. And it's all a learning curve. Like I said, it's not something that, hey, I can just grab any paint, start with it, and then I just crack the Da Vinci Code. No, it takes a lot of time and stressing and risks that involve this, pretty much this game right here. So that's what pretty much it is, guys. So yeah. I would say I got like maybe 10 to 12 orders a month, depending on the month. It all varies, you know, from time to time, if it's a good month or a bad month. And we all know what that comes with in this industry. That's like pretty much demanding clients, right? A huge amount of orders done in such a short period of time, short time span, which sometimes is very challenging, you know, very impossible to do. But how I usually deal with that is I just try and accept the orders that I know I can pretty much complete. I give a client, let's say, 2-week turnaround time, depending on how my workload is during that time. And I work as I do so. It just gives me a way to just think of the process. But this only usually occurs on the clients that give me freedom to do what I want to do, right? When it comes to like the painting process. Some clients already know what they want, so it's a lot easier because, you know, you just print what you need, you start painting, and then you just go on with it and it's done. But then you get those clients where they're like, you know what, green lights, I give you plenty of freedom, you do whatever you think it will look cool. I just want to have the shoot done, right? So with that is cool at some point, and it's very fun to do, but at the same time, creative block occurs, and to deal with that sometimes in this industry as an artist, period, is just complicated, because in this game, or as an artist, as I said, you can't just wake up, hey, today I'm gonna paint, I'm feeling creative. Some days you feel like doing nothing, you know, and people just gotta be understanding when it comes to that. You know, we human as well, we go through things too, you know, just like you guys do. So some days it's good to just leave everything on, you know, on the side and not touch it, because if you do so, you might make big mistakes, and that will definitely cost you either replacing the shoe for the client or messing up the artwork. So that's what really matters the most, man. You just get the shoe and the creative juices just gotta flow, if you know what I mean, right? So it's pretty awesome, man. You get the shoe in your hand, you just put it on your table, work table, you get it off, and you start looking, and you're trying to connect what your client want with what you got going on in yourself as an artist. So you're just trying to put everything together to make sure it comes out like a masterpiece. So what I usually do is I try to look at the base color of the shoe, whether it's white, yellow, whatever color it is, and I try to work based off that. The reason I say that is because I try to usually use complementary colors to the actual base shoe color in such a way that it will make the design pop. So that is very important. You don't want to put a color that doesn't go well with another color, and then it's just all a mess up and it just looks untidy and just ugly pretty much. So I usually try to do that first time. Then once I figured out the colors, what I do is I just look at the effects that I can use around, pretty much, right? Like the stencil effects that I can use with the colors to make it come one of one, right? So that's pretty important too. After that, I also try to think of like, okay, maybe I should also throw something extra, right? Because it's always good to go that extra mile. You don't want to be in a situation where, oh, I just got to do only what the client pay me. You want to surprise the client and wanting them to come back to you again. So that's what I would say it is, man, pretty much. Where I see myself in the future, to be honest, man, I see myself as being one of the biggest artists in Northern America, Canada to be exact. You know, I feel like I can really team up with a lot of artists that side and just create a timelessness, you know, projects, you know, as far as, you know, I'm alive on this earth. So I feel like that will make me step up a notch my game and make me learn a lot from other people that are better than me, you know. And you know, in that way I can progress with my craft and hopefully, you know, open up my store worldwide and just be like a big figure when it comes out to this artist game, in this sneaker game. You know, I want my name to be known worldwide, and so that people, when they hear Nizel the artist, like, okay, you know, he dealing with shoes, we know who that is, you know. I see myself designing for a lot of big athletes in the NBA, NFL, baseball, why not? So as musicians, whatever. So that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. I just want to give a big shout out to Costa Multimedia. Make sure y'all follow them on IG, man, at C0STA Multimedia, man. They're very good in the game. They're the best, actually. So don't sleep on them, man. And another thing, one thing for sure, I just want to give a huge shout out to my mom, man. She made a hustler. You know what I'm saying? We don't take that for granted. God is great. Shout out to God, man. Peace. I love y'all.